Hi Cora, this is Papa Sir again. I have another story for you. This is one of Curious George's favorite stories, and I think that you'll like it too. It's called The Sneetches by Dr. Seuss. Now the star-bellied Sneetches had bellies with stars. The plain-bellied Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they really were so small, you might think that such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-bellied Sneetches would brag, "We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches." With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. "We have nothing to do with the plain-bellied sort." And whenever they met, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them without even talking. When the star-bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You could only play if your bellies had stars, and the plain-bellied children had none upon theirs. When the star-bellied Sneetches had frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain-bellied Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then one day it seems, when the plain-bellied Sneetches were moping and doping along on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles. I've heard you're unhappy, and I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you. I have what you need, and my prices are low, and I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly Sylvester McMonkey McBean put them together a very particular machine. And he said, "You want stars like Starbelly Sneetch? My friends, you can have all them all for $3 each. I'll pay you your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside, then the big machine roared, and it clonked, and it bonked, and it jerked, and it burked, and it bopped them about. But the thing really worked. When the plain-bellied Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start. "We're exactly like you. You can't tell us apart. We're just the same now, you snooty old smarties, and now we can go to your frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars at the first. "We're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now how in the world will we know," they all frowned, "and which kind is what, and the other way around?" Then up come McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who? This is perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on the beaches, and all it costs you is $10 eaches." "Belly stars and longer in style," said McBean. "When you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs. And that handy machine worked very precisely, removing all the stars from their tummies quite nicely." And then with snoots in the air they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout, "We know who is who. Now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without." Then of course those with stars got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then of course old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them to the star-off machine. Then of course from then on, as you might probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of the day on those wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plain nor the star-bellied Sneetches knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was that one, and what one was who. And then when every one last cent of their money was spent, the fix-up chappie packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They will never learn, no, you can't teach a Sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong, I'm quite happy to say, that the Sneetches got really quite smart that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day all the Sneetches forgot about stars, and whether they had one, and not upon theirs. And that's about the Sneetches, Cora. I hope you like that. Now I have one more here that was your Uncle Dave's favorite poem and story by Dr. Seuss. It's called Too Many Daves. Did I ever tell you about Mrs. McCabe? She had 23 sons and she named them all Dave. Well, she did, and that wasn't the smart thing to do. You see, when she wants one and calls out, "Yoo-hoo, come into the house, Dave," she doesn't get one. All 23 Daves of hers come on the run. This makes things quite difficult at the McCaves, and you can imagine with so many Daves. And often she wishes that when they were born, she named one of them Bodkin Van Horn, and one of them Hoosfoos, and one of them Snim, and one of them Hotshot, and one Sunny Jim, and one of them Shadrach, and one of them Blinky, and one of them Stuffy, and one of them Stinky, another one Put Put, another Moonface, another one Marvin O'Gravo Balloon Face, and one of them Zaggy, and one Sagamoth, and one Buffalo Bill, and one of them Buffalo Buff, and one of them Sneepy, and one Weepy Weed, and one Paris Garters, and one Harris Tweed, and one of them Sir Michael Carmichael Zut, and one of them Oliver Bolivar Butt, and one of them Zanzibar Buck McFate, but she didn't do that, and now it's too late. Too many Daves.